Have you ever stopped to think about why some people feel an overwhelming need to be in a relationship to feel complete? As if having someone by their side is the only source of direction and motivation? For many, that stability is essential. But what if I told you that some people simply don't operate that way? That there are those who carve their own paths, without relying on anyone to dictate their actions? Does a man truly need a woman to shape his life? Does he depend on someone to guide him, to tell him it's time to put down the video game controller and focus on what really matters? The answer is simple: no. Those who possess real autonomy and discipline know that everything they need comes from within. It's not about rejecting love, family, or the idea of building a life with someone. It's about understanding that happiness and success cannot be outsourced. I've always done things on my own. If I need something, I take care of it. If there are daily tasks to be completed, I know I can pay someone to handle them if necessary. The issue has never been about depending on someone to survive, but rather choosing to share life with someone who adds value instead of imposing rules. The idea of a traditional relationship, where routine is dictated by societal conventions, simply doesn't align with my way of living. If I love someone and build a family, does that mean I have to give up my freedom? For many, the answer would be yes. For me, it's a firm no. If I need to travel for weeks, whether for work or any other reason, I go. That doesn't diminish the love I have for my partner or my family. It simply reinforces who I am. And if along the way, I meet someone interesting, it doesn't mean that what I have at home is any less important. It just means I follow my instincts without guilt. Many people live trapped by what society deems right or wrong. They create standards based on what others will think, on what is socially acceptable. But the truth is, no one really cares. The world has never cared about men who show weakness. And that is a harsh but undeniable reality. Those who embrace sadness and a sense of defeat only perpetuate their own failure. The difference between those who win and those who stay behind is mindset. It's a choice, and I know exactly which path I want to take. Wealth changes everything, yet it solves nothing. Imagine waking up one day and realizing you have hundreds of millions of dollars, perhaps even close to $1 billion. The world sees you as a success, a person who has it all. But does that mean you've won? If you're handed everything from birth, if you never have to fight for anything, what drives you? When there's no struggle, no obstacle to overcome, money becomes meaningless. The pursuit, the battle, the lessons learned in failure, those are what create a man, not the number in his bank account. One thing I've always understood is that life operates on accountability. Chess teaches you this. Every loss, no matter how small the mistake, is your fault. No luck, no excuses. You made an error and you pay the price. That's life. And as a man, you have to adopt the mindset that every single thing, good or bad, is a result of your choices. Most people refuse to accept this truth. When I was attacked from all angles, accusations, financial losses, censorship, everything, I didn't blame the system. I didn't point fingers at some hidden force working against me. I looked in the mirror and said, "This is my doing." Even when things were out of my control, I took responsibility. Because blaming the world doesn't help you win. Owning your circumstances, adapting and pushing forward, that's how you rise. But accountability extends to success as well. That luxury car in my driveway, that's my doing. The home, the lifestyle, everything I have, I earned it. Just as every setback is my fault, so is every victory. And yet society tells men the opposite. It convinces them that failure isn't their fault, that they should seek sympathy, that being weak is acceptable. It's not. The world doesn't care. Business doesn't care. Women don't care. If you lose, you lose. That's it. Competition is ingrained in men. It always has been. Even now, every move we make is a game of status. Why do I drive a certain car? Not just for speed, but to show dominance. Why wear a watch worth $500,000? Because it signifies power. Life is and always has been a competition. And if you're not willing to fight, you'll be left behind. Struggle isn't new. It has never been easy to be a man. Look back through history, war, hardship, survival. Men have always faced challenges. The only way to thrive is to rise above them, to become exceptional. No excuses, no shortcuts, just relentless perseverance. I was on a flight, destination forgotten, lost in thought. The opening scene of Forrest Gump played in my mind, one that many overlook or fail to grasp fully. There he sits, Forrest, on a bench, as a feather drifts through the air, eventually landing beside him. The story begins. That feather isn't random. It symbolizes Forrest himself, a man carried by the winds of fate, tossed into situations beyond his control. His life unfolds because life simply happens to him, and that is precisely the mindset to avoid. If you let circumstances dictate your path, you become the feather, powerless and adrift. Perhaps you'll land somewhere decent, but chances are you won't. The world isn't designed to hand you success. You must be the force that cuts through the wind, carving your own path. You must decide, I don't care where the breeze is blowing. I'm heading this way. Most of what men do is driven by a single factor, status. Whether it's building muscle, buying the fastest car, acquiring the most extravagant house, or wearing the most expensive watch. At the core, it's all about status. Even the pursuit of beautiful women falls under this category. Everything screams, look at me, I am the dominant one. That's the nature of competition, and if you pretend it doesn't apply to you, you're setting yourself up for failure. Sports drill this mentality into you early on. I've always competed, in everything. Some people pick up this competitive drive in athletics, whether it's swimming, racing, or even something as niche as model plane competitions. It's all about being the best. And that is the essence of masculinity. Because what is sport, if not a refined version of war? Men have always battled for supremacy. Our ancestors fought for resources, power, and territory. Today, the arenas have changed, but the spirit remains the same. Now, we compete in boardrooms, financial markets, and social circles. But the urge is no different. It's primal. It's instinct. The same energy fuels the intensity of sports fans. Why do people riot after matches? Because at their core, they're at war with the opposing side. It's not just about a game, it's about dominance. Look through history. This drive is universal. Mongols and Chinese armies clashed. Aztecs waged war. Tribes in Africa fought. Europeans battled for centuries. Everywhere, men stood up and declared, I'm the leader. And when challenged, they settled it the only way men ever have, by proving it. Today, the battlefield has shifted. In the modern world, status is the new war. The new currency of power isn't brute strength, but influence, wealth, and the ability to shape reality. The highest expression of testosterone isn't throwing a punch. It's bending the world to your will through sheer force of success.